Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, World of Tanks Blitz, and in today's video, we'll be talking about the clan event that has just arrived into World of Tanks Blitz. This clan event allows you to claim the Ballstation Avenir, 50 TP Prototype, or Waffenträger Ritter for 1650 or 1500 clan tickets. You can also get the AMX 1357 if you didn't earn enough to get the tier 9s for 1100, and a OK bundle for 500 as well if you only got a little bit. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how many of these tickets you are able to earn and which of these tanks are the best to get your hands on. So let's start off by earning tickets. The first thing that you should get in your garage is a pop-up offer. This is going to allow you to earn quite a few tickets. Let me pull up a calculator really quickly here so we can see. So as you'll notice, you have to win 65 battles in Platoon, and you're going to get 30 coupons for the first 5. You're going to get 65 for the second, and then 100 for 22 games in Platoon. You're going to get 135 for 40 games in Platoon, and 175 for 65 in Platoon. That is 505 tickets right there alone. That's quite a few. So then if we make our way over to the missions tab and scroll down to the clan progress, we can see once again that you can get more tickets here. 15 a day for daily events, which is nice, daily completions, and you get 70 for weekly completions. So let's say that you did an entire week of missions. That is 140 from the weekly missions there. That is 645. And then you have to do 15 multiplied by 7, which 7 times 5 is 35, and 7 times 10 is 70, so it should be about 105 if I'm not mistaken. So we can add 645 to an additional 105, and that means in a week, completing 65 battles in Platoon and your daily weekly clan missions is going to earn you 750 of these tickets. So that means you're going to have to do this for quite a bit. Once again, doing the next week's worth is going to give you another 140, and then another 105 as well. So 2 weeks worth of missions is going to give you 995. Another week, so this is now 3 weeks worth of missions, is going to give you another 140, and as well an additional 105, so 1240. So I don't know exactly how long this event is going to last, but if you're just doing missions and you're pairing that with the completed event of platooning with your friend, you are going to have to spend about 4 weeks in total of non-stop missions to get your hands on this vehicle. I don't know if there's any other ways to earn coupons, but you might be able to earn them platooning just in general. Let me see. The good news is you can purchase clan tickets as well. Not a lot, you can only purchase 400 in total, but it's only 10 bucks to get 400 of these tickets, and I honestly think that if you're a little bit short and you're on like the last week before these tanks go away and you want to get, the Ritter or the Avenir, then this is a good way to do so. I think $10 spent to get one of these tanks is not bad at all. At the end of the day, it is going to be a decent amount of grinding. You are going to have to complete your daily missions, you're going to have to complete your weekly missions, and that's as simple as it gets. The more active your clan is, the more tickets you get. That's what I've been told. So yeah, essentially just play and complete your missions with fellow clanmates. So now that you know how to get your hands on these vehicles, let's break into how each of them play. In front of us we have the Ritter, the Ballstation Avenir, and the 50 TP Prototype. All 3 of these vehicles are honestly pretty dang solid, but I can tell you for a fact that the newest one, the Avenir, is by far the worst of the bunch. This vehicle features very poor on-movement dispersion. If you already haven't seen my original video breaking into this tank, my play to lose on this vehicle or fatness is live stream, where every single one of these contents we've created basically complains about the accuracy on move and the base dispersion being 0.344 for a gun with 300 alpha. So yeah, the Avenir is a rather frustrating vehicle, and while you can have a lot of moments of fun and do very well in it, there are also a lot of moments where the gun is just really not enjoyable. But that's kind of how this vehicle does end up working. I think the Avenir is alright, but I would definitely say the Ritter and the 50 TP Prototype, if you don't have them, are better tanks to get your hands on. So, here we are. Up against us, we do have a Cobra, which is going to be a little bit annoying because Wargaming also decided to not give this vehicle Spalliner. So, yeah, that's going to be rather disappointing if we get HE'd for 500. So we're actually going to stay back here. Our E50M and CS are going to make an aggressive maneuver, but I think that this should be a more than fine enough spot to sit at. We have the AMX-50 to be spotted in mid. Alright. They also have an STB-1, which we can also see detected, making its way up the ridge, but we're obviously not able to do anything. We got the Cobra spotted as well. Okay. Well, oh boy, we can see my E50M is already dead. I don't really know what to do here with my E50M kind of just dying. But what I'm hoping is that this Cobra sends him, and then I'm able to get one, and... well, we got 2 shots into him. Not bad. That's still about 600 damage, and my teammate hits him, which brings him down to a 1-shot. So not awful. Problem is my CS is going to die, and so is the rest of my team over here, which is obviously pretty dang bad. Alright, well, let's just aim it on the STB and make sure that he doesn't push my teammate. Well, actually, you know what? If the minnow drives out like this, we can get 1 shell in, 1 shell into you... and let's just reload our clip at this point. Super Conk is over here, which is actually really, really nice, because that Super Conk is ideally going to be able to help me quite a bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to head over this way. We got a little bit longer on our reload. Let's see, the Minnow is looking at the Super Conk right now, so we're going to aim it on the rear of the Minnow. There's 1 pen, 2 pens, and we are able to HE him in the rear for 375. Please, Super Conk. Oh, man, bro. All you had to do is kill him. Well, that's unfortunate. Our Super Conk completely threw that, which is very, very disappointing. We now have the STB in front of us, and we've got to reload. So let's see. There's 1 shell into the STB, 2 shells into the STB, 3. Nice. Ah, Brett, the 50 TP shoots me. Oh, well. I mean, our 183 is telling me to fall back, as dude literally has, like, 2 brain cells. Like, whatever. It's just nothing I can really do in this current time frame, apart from, say, oh well. We're going to get to the side of the Minnow. We're going to get a clearing shell into his vehicle, which is always pretty nice. We're going to reload our clip again. I mean, you can see the Evanier itself is a pretty solid tank. You can do very well in it. You can get clips out, and you can definitely stop the enemy from, you know, absolutely dominating. But unfortunately, in this game, our team is just really, really bad, and there's not much you can do about bad teammates, so... oh well. Let's see. Is that 50 TP still right over here? I was kind of hoping he was, but it looks like he did end up moving, so oh well. We're just going to see if that cron... nice. Alright, and there's a miss into the cron. There's a pen, and... oh, the gag shot us. Oh well. 3,858 damage. Pretty solid result. Overall, we can see this was a pretty solid game. 3,800 damage, top on the team, and, I mean, it was a little unfortunate that our team fell apart so quickly. Some of you might be quick to comment, well, you did kind of camp and spawn, but as I pointed out, there's just not much you can do against a hull-down STB and a Cobra in a vehicle with only 6 degrees of gun depression and no Spalliner. It just doesn't work well. So staying further back where I did, waiting for the enemy to rush your teammates is usually the ideal situation, especially when that Minnow popped up. I'm glad I stayed back there. So, not a bad result for this tank. But again, the dispersion and overall accuracy of this vehicle are pretty poor. 3.5 seconds of aiming time and 0.344 dispersion, all very not so good. So, if you have the other 2 tanks, then yeah, I'd suggest to pick up the Evanier. But if you don't have the Ritter or the 50 TP prototype, then just go for one of the others because they're going to be better. And talking about the Ritter, let's get into some gameplay with his vehicle. First of all, the Ritter has insane levels of DPM, over 3,500. When you pair that with the fact this is on a traversable turreted hull, it features Spalliner, and the fact that this tank is incredibly accurate, the Ritter is just one of the most dangerous tanks in Tier 9, and not a vehicle to be messed with by any means. So here we are in our battle with the Ritter. This is a solid matchup, with us being up against Tier 9s and 8s. Alrighty, well, I don't know why, but teams always want to go up towards D and C on Normandy, even though, in my opinion, Base B is the most important spot to hold. You can basically cover the entire map if you control Base B, but oh well. Not much I can do about that. We are going to... I think I'm going to start off by going to this bush here. and then depending on what we see, we can go to the further back bush. But usually people like to poke this spot right in front of me. However, our Skoda T50 is just YOLOing. Crazy. That's a real player. That's an actual human being right there. Well, we got the Barask right in front, and what I'm hoping is that the Barask shows me his rear, which he does, and there you go. A 660 roll into his tank. I mean, that's insane. The damage this vehicle can deal, especially with a high explosive, is quite dangerous. You do not want to be hit by an HE shell when it comes to the Ritter. Alright, well, we are spotted. Not sure by what, but I also don't want to be hit. We got the TL7, for some reason, alone in the bottom corner of the map. Interesting. Well, the TL7 is going to fight the STG. And for some reason, the STG has put himself in this situation. But the TL7 appears to be a bit of a brainlet. So we get one shell into his tank. And again, this is where that crazy good DPM of this vehicle does come into play. As much as I want a high explosive pen, the TL7 there, I just don't think we could. And there you go. I knew the STG was going to bounce, so we had to do that ourselves. Okay, not too bad. We have the standard B. We also have the Yag Tiger and a lot of other death rolling around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly turn my tank around like this, so that way when I leave, we still have a gun on the enemy standard. We actually have the Yag Tiger, which we snap a nice shell into, and we're going to chill right here. And let's see if I can get maybe a shell into the T95 as well. There you go. 467 damage into the T95. Not bad. We're going to reload again. And in 3, 2, 1. Boom. 420 damage into you. Oof. And the fire actually kills the T95. Pretty good stuff. Alright, well, we got the Yag Tiger over here. It's a 3 versus 3 right now. And I'm kind of hoping this Yag Tiger shows me his side, which he does. 427 damage into his vehicle. And let's see if we can get one more out. 3, 2, 1. Why not? There you go. 437 shot. Remember I said the accuracy on this vehicle is quite incredible? Well, we can see that firsthand here. I mean, we were easily hitting our shots into that player. Problem is, our teammates are not doing very well right now. The standard B finishes off my teammate there, and that's obviously pretty dang bad. Alright, well, let's just aim in on the standard B. We get a nice 440 damaging shell into his tank. While we do get hit back, I don't think it's the biggest deal ever. There you go. Nice 470 damaging shell into the enemy standard. We're going to move up here and, oh, you're just going to go for it. Well, there you go. Easy shot into you. We have the Yag Tiger on our side. He does hit the shot, which is not exactly what I want. That's also not exactly what I want. Reload, reload, reload. 3, 2, 1, and there you go. Clearing shot into the enemy E75 TS. Okay, well, at this point, it's a bit sussler, not gonna lie. Let's see, we got the Yag Tiger who is right in front of us. We get the shell in, but we also get a damaged ammo rack, which is really, really bad. Alright, I'm gonna pretend like I'm gonna poke over here. And, well, the base cap is ticking up, which is not what I want. Come on, let me see your roof. Really? Oh, come on, game. It went just an inch high, and because of that, we bounced the Yag Tiger. We did get the shell out first, but, unfortunately, the game was not with us there. Oh well, we did 6,045 damage. We aced the tank. So even in a loss, this isn't really that big of a deal for me. I mean, look at our team. What am I supposed to do there? But, yeah, this is why the Ritter is such an insane tank. The DPM on this vehicle and the accuracy and the mobility paired all together creates this insanely dangerous vehicle. And even though we did have a pretty good last stand there, it just seems like our luck ran out right at the end. And when we needed that shot to hit, it didn't. But I can't get too mad. As I said, that was a crazy good game. And, I mean, my team really just didn't want me to win that battle, so oh well. And then we finish off with the 50 TP prototype. And this is actually a really fun heavy. First of all, it is incredibly mobile, having a base top speed of 45 and a reverse of 15, but it also features improved gear oil, which gives you a top speed 4 higher and on reverse as well. So you can actually go upwards of 50 kilometers per hour and 19 in reverse, which is kind of insane in this tank. Features a solid gun with 440 damage per shot, better dispersion than the Avenir, which is kind of insane. And it has pretty good penetration, 336 on the premium. 8 degrees of gun depression allows this vehicle to work any ridgeline, so it's just a super flexible heavy. It's got incredible turret armor, a lot of mobility, and a gun that hits pretty hard for the tier that it's at. I'm not going to say that this is the strongest tier 9. You know, a lot of people used to call this tank OP, and it's not. It's just a really solid vehicle, but I honestly think the tech tree is stronger in a lot of situations. The turret is more robust, it hits harder, it's got really good mobility as well. So while I do really like this tank, I do think it has some downsides. Its side armor is pretty dang poor, and it does have a weak hull. But if you're able to use the gun depression and only show the turret, this does have one of the stronger turrets in the tier. When you pair that with the mobility and the fact that it hits hard and it has tungsten, it is a very, very capable tank. I think it's just the mobility that allows it to be so good, though. This game we have up against us a FCM 50 ton. That's it for mobility. We have a T44, so I'm going to make my way over to the medium flank, and we'll see if there's more than just an FCM that actually ends up going this way. If there isn't, then that's fine, because I'm just going to speed right on through. We're in a top-tier matchup. They do have a Jagdtiger, though, and as you saw last battle, Jagdtigers are an absolute pain to fight. It's one of the few vehicles that has so much DPM that it doesn't matter what you're in, you almost have no chance of actually beating it. Unfortunately, our T-44 doesn't really know what he's doing, it looks like, and I think he actually has the stock gun as well. Oh, wait a sec, we got the 252 showing me his lower plate. We're going to aim it right on that. Bonk, there you go. 470 damaging shell right into his vehicle. Pretty good stuff. As I said, the gun on this tank is very nice. It hits hard, it's accurate, it's a really, really good gun for the most part. We know that the FCM has to be in this base over here. I mean, that just has to be the case. So I'm just going to send him if I can. Let's see. Is the FCM still here? Oh, there it is, of course, the Jagdtiger. I'm telling you, every frickin' time it's the Jagdtiger. Alright, well, let's put on our tungsten. There you go. And I'm not going to put on my adrenaline because, yeah, my team finishes him off, so it's not like that mattered too much, but I just can't believe the Jagdtiger was right there the moment we rolled around the corner. Good news is that we obviously have plenty of mobility. We were able to get down into the dip before anything was actually an issue and clear the FCM. I didn't think the FCM was just going to leave. I thought he was going to stay in base D. Alright, well, let's move up. The enemy team is soaring in base cap right now, which is not exactly what you want to see. We got a nice shot into the Jagdtiger, and now we back up. I wonder if that's the same Jagdtiger from the last game. I highly doubt it. We get a bounce from him, and then we're going to aim in on his vehicle. There you go, 375 shot. You can see that this gun is very good. Its accuracy is fantastic. While the DPM might not be anything amazing, you can just sit here and you can get shots into your enemy's hull down, and they're going to really struggle to... Okay, well, I don't know where that shot went, but... The problem is base cap right now. The enemy team is way up on base capture, and the Jagdtiger is actually in the base, which is not great for me. Let's be honest here. I don't want to fight an opponent that's literally in the base capture, but we do get a nice shot into the Jagdtiger. Once again, we're going to use the mobility this vehicle has and make sure that he can't really rush me. But I will take my time on this player. I'm not going to bleed my health unless I have to. I think that's always just common sense. So let's get another shot into his vehicle. There you go. One more shell to go, and this Jagdtiger is going to be dead. Yeah, you can definitely see the advantage of driving a vehicle with solid armor against that player. There wasn't much he could do. Alright, now if we're perfect here, we might be able to hit the Tiger 2 as well. Let's put on our tungsten. Unfortunate. That is really, really sad. Alright, well, let's reload. We got 6 seconds left, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to hit the Tiger 2 in this position with our tungsten. There you go. 511 shot into his vehicle. We were able to capture the base in the process, and the ISU just got hit by something that hits really hard because he was full health a moment ago. Now he's dead. Alright, well, all that's left is the E75. So this was a really good game for the 50 TP Proto. You can see just how easy it is to do well in this vehicle. With the mobility, we were able to get over towards medium flank with no issues whatsoever. With the penetration, we were able to deal with a Jagdtiger, although let's be real, that Jagdtiger, yeah, he had a couple brain cells missing. And we were able to shoot the Tiger 2 with the decent accuracy and with the tungsten roll him really, really hard. So I would guess that this is easily a 3K game, maybe a little bit less. It's kind of hard to obviously tell at the end of the day. Oh, there's the E75 showing me the side of his hull, and yeah, look at that. Beautiful snap right into his hull. And yeah, we did end up dealing over 3,500 damage. So these are all three pretty good games for the Tier 9 Clan Reward vehicles. The Waffenträger Ritter, the Bauchation Avenir, and the 50 TP prototype. Personally, if you want my advice, I would say get the 50 TP prototype if you don't have this vehicle first, because it's a heavy, it's the easiest to play out of the bunch, it's definitely going to be the most effective when you're trying to carry and things like that. So first, go for the 50 TP prototype. If you have this tank already, go for the Ritter, and then if you have both, go for the Avenir. That's my advice, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. Either way, as we can see, pretty solid game, 3,626 damage. It was the second class, and a very solid result. If you enjoyed today's video and you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.